Alright, hi everyone. New day. Time to go to pattern-collections.com and go to pattern focus to find your pattern for the day. Oh, I wanted to tell you too, if you, let me go home again. If you go into this first one that says new patterns, you will find all the newest patterns that have, they're all loopy. But look at these. I'm just going to scroll super fast through here. You guys can, but look at them. These are all patterns that have been developed in the last, let's say, 2 weeks. This is crazy. Look at them all. This is nutso. So much fun. Lots and lots and lots of new patterns with the loops, and then there's some that aren't. You know, here's some of the ones recently that have other shapes, but most of them are looped. That's crazy. Anyway, I just want to let you know there are a lot more than what's in this week's pattern focus. Hard to keep up with it. So I'm going to click here on today's, oops, nope, not that one. We just did that one. Go back. Go back. Go back. Pattern focus. Let's try again. This one. Arrowloop Double. This looks like might be a bit of a more challenging kind of a thing to learn how to do. I really apologize for the really loud noise next door. It appears that they are having their house pressure washed in order to get ready for paint. So, yeah, it's even louder than when I had the tile saw next door. Nothing I can do about it. You're just gonna have to. Everybody said that it's not as loud as what I think it is. I think it's super loud, but they said it's not so bad. So I'm going with you guys. You said it's not so bad, so I'm gonna live. This one's by Ina Sonemoser. First step, we are going to make a loop. Not a full one that has two tails, but one that comes up and just stops. And then come this way, and then this way, and then, so we're going to connect one going one way, one going the other, that's missing its second tail. So let's go like that, like that. That one's going to take me a bit to wrap my head around, but I think we can do it. Step 2, we're just going to mirror that down on the other side. So for me, it's going to be easiest to turn my page around and draw them the same way I drew these. Okay, so we're just going to mirror that. Then step 3 is we're going to aura this. So we want to make sure that when we do these, we have enough space in between here that we can put that aura. If you got them too close together, that won't happen properly. So I'm going to make sure that I have a good spacing here. That's why it's always good to look ahead as to what the step out says, because if you follow just this one and then you weren't paying attention to what the next step is going to be, you might not leave the space that you need. But then you're going to aura it. Don't come all the way down here to the line. See how it doesn't come down to there? It has to only go to there. And around. Like that. Kind of like you're drawing sand swirl. Okay. And then you do it on the other side. So it looks like that, and you shade. And you can have them all in a row like this. You can embellish like this. Fun, fun, fun. I'm going to experiment with this. So we'll start out with the standard step out pattern, and then I'm going to just play with it a little bit and see what happens. I need to turn on my light. Watch your eyes. There we go. Find me a pen. Oh, I went and got a new pen because that other pen had it. It had just had it. So I got me a new one. Oops, that's not the right one. Same pen, same Micron 01. Fresh, right out of a package. Hopefully this time I won't have one that's got issues. Okay, so I'm going to draw that string. I'm going to make it fat. My string looks like the letter H. I'm going to experiment here, along here. Yeah. I'm going to use that as my base. So I want to come up and around, and then I want to come up and around, make sure I leave enough space in there to aura. Up and around. You guys are very far away. I'm going to scoot you in a little bit. Up and around. Up and around. Up and around. Up and around. Like that. Just happy. Happy like that. And then I'm going to mirror it. So I'm going to actually go around this other way. Like that. Now I want to go around like this, but I'm only going to go to that straight line. I'm not going to go all the way to here. Something like that. And then turn it and do it the other way. And make sure they meet here. That. And then you shade. So I want to play with that a little bit and see what I can come up with if I do something slightly different. with the sizing and the shapes, perhaps. Wonder if they don't have to be the same size. If I do one bigger and one smaller, what happens? I don't know what happens. We're gonna try it and see what it looks like. I like that better already, just because, you know, excuse me, I'm a little more organic. And then I'm going to be a little bit, I'm going to come to here instead of there with my loop thing, I think. Oh no, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to come to here. I'm going to be more swoopy with it. I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Give it a little more of an organic-y kind of a flow to it. Like that. See, they're drawn in the same manner, but they look totally different. That's interesting. I played with your pattern, Ina. I really like this. I like the look of this. I'm much more of an organic person rather than a straight border type person anyway. So, you know, I just played with it. That makes me happy. And then in here, this one I definitely see these kind of triangles or diamond shapes. Maybe a dot in them. Maybe an extra setup aura. I kind of want to get this and this to merge somehow because I've got this as a separate thing. I mean, they're both interesting, but if you back up and you look at it as a tile as a whole, it looks like a practice page. It doesn't look like an integrated tile because they don't merge. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to aura this. You guys notice I got a new pen. This one's working so much better. So much better. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep doing that. Same idea here. But I'm going to do it in more of an organic-y way. Coming from here. Like that. You didn't see what I did because I was off screen. So I'm just going to kind of do something that kind of gets them so this is closer to that, so they overlap a little bit, and then maybe I'll do something in there, but this is I like it. This one is really just, I'm really liking this one. Okay. Still not super excited about this composition, but it makes me feel better that this one is now tucking under this one. I'm happier with that. Maybe I'll do an entire or around this whole thing to make it even more tucked. That one's getting really close to the edge. I don't usually do that. But that makes it more tucked. I like it. I am super happy with this. I'm going to use this again. This, maybe not. I'm going to do it like this another day. This is cool. Okay, so what was it called? go back over here to look at what it was called. My phone turned off on me. Of course it did. Why would it not do that? I don't know why it does that. I mean, I know why it turns off. I don't know why when I turn it back on, it's in the phone screen like it wants to make a phone call. That I don't know why it's doing. Arrowloop Double. It's gonna live this way just so because I have room to write up here. See, I wanted you to see how I think about a pattern and how you can take that same pattern and use the way it's drawn but draw it slightly differently, and you can make it look so totally different. Just, you know, use your what if. See, all I did was say, well, what if one loop was different size than the other? Totally made it look different. I like it. And then I'm going to do here where they overlap. And here where my little tuck those in where they're overlapping. That. And then this one just here. Depending on where you put your shading is whether or not the object looks solid or like it has holes. I made this one look more like it has holes, but this one looks more solid just by where I put my shading. Getting hungry. Guess that's what happens when you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. By 9 o'clock, a little bit of food you had at 5 is no longer in your tummy. I may have to take a break. Maybe if I take a break, they will be done pressure washing next door. I'm hoping that doesn't take too terribly long. A lot to do today. We are having company starting this weekend, and let's see. My husband and I and some friends are going on one of his bike rides on Friday through Sunday. My son is staying home, and we have people coming to our house on Sunday. So when we get home from work, well, no, we'll probably be home before they get here. But then on Sunday evening, our house guests will arrive, and then they are staying until Wednesday. So I have no idea if I'm going to get any drawing done between Thursday and next Wednesday. I may not have time to draw for almost an entire week. So I'm going to see what I can do. I'm going to figure out if I can get some drawing done ahead, which is why I have to get most of this week's drawings done today. I will have some time tomorrow, a little bit of time on Thursday, but not as much as I have today. Today is my big day, and so I am going to just like go for it and get as much drawing in as I can. Do I want to do it with shading? Actually, I think I take it back. I want to do it with pen. Decided I'm going to get my thicker pen out, and I'm going to make like that. Yeah. So yeah, I have a lot to do in the next couple of days. I got to clean off this table, which means I have to finish all my drawings by, today's Tuesday. Actually, I have to, everything that I'm going to draw finished by tomorrow, because Thursday I need to clean off the table. Put away all my recording stuff, get my camera packed up, and yeah, bedrooms are ready to go. They can come, they have a place to lay their head. We have no place to sit down and eat, so I got to do that. Get all this off the table. Yeah. That's better. That's cool. Really like that. It actually wants this to be filled in. So believe it or not, I will do 7 daily patterns today, and maybe a couple of Inktobers. Tomorrow I'll finish my Inktobers that I need to do ahead of time and try to get a couple of bonus patterns done, because I will not be drawing next week's patterns until like Wednesday. I might have time on Tuesday. The crowd is going to Disneyland on Tuesday, and so I will be home, so I will have time on Tuesday, but not Monday. Monday my house may be full of people. So, all right, plan ahead. This is getting complicated. I have to plan ahead. All right, I see you guys later, and you have a great day. Here is my Arrowloop Double. That one was done almost just like the sample. And this one was done differently, and look at how totally different those look. But they're all drawn the same way. They really are. You watched me draw it. You know that they were drawn in the same manner. Okay, so you guys have a great day. I will see you tomorrow in a few minutes. Haha. Not for you. For me, it'll be in a few minutes. For you, it'll be tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.